Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne, and welcome, welcome, welcome. And hey, Vanessa, welcome, welcome, my beautiful friend. And Matthew, thank you for being here. Let me give you both a blue wrench, and let me see here. I got to move it over. Okay, I got the comments up. Okay, got those. Okay, and I will give you, Vanessa, a blue wrench, and I will give you, Matthew, a blue wrench. And Vivek, welcome, welcome. Great to see you here, and I'll give you a blue wrench. So how are you all doing? How are y'all doing? I'm doing fine over here. I just got off of um, my live webcam classroom, and you would think that I would be all worn out after several hours of being in classroom. And yet I had a little bit of energy left, and I thought, I think I'll just come on. So I just, the class that I finished, there had been I think about 15 in it, and now we're narrowed down to around 6, and usually 3 show up. But the teacher is amazing. He's wonderful. I love him. But he, calls, when there's only like 3 of us in the class, the questions are spread out amongst 3 of us, not amongst 15 of us. And so I get called on all the time. Hey, Danny Driver, welcome, welcome, my new friend. Great to see you. You are a brand new friend. And I thank you for coming. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Well, my teacher, I have to tell you, I play a little trick on my teacher. I usually have my work done beforehand. I think everyone does it during the classroom, but we don't really ever know what questions he's going to ask. So I try to do as many. As I can before class starts, and so that way I'm more prepared, because the questions that he asks are very hard. You have to go do research and everything, and so I play a little trick on him. I always raise my hand up, because you can raise your hand over the webcam, and I go, "Can I answer the question?" He probably is going to hear this. Oh, you are so right, my friend Vivek. Thank you so much. Absolutely. There's good in everyone. Some people are harder to find it, and sometimes we have to look a lot deeper. But you are very, very right, Vivek. Some people cover up their goodness with nastiness or other things, but goodness is in each of us. We just have to search for it. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And so what I do is, so like tonight, he got off on a different question. It was one with ethics, ethics and um, uh, finances and things like that. And so I kind of get him sidetracked, and we started talking about all kinds of Enron and the stock market. Anything to keep away from those hard questions, anything. And but it was all good. Hey, Boss Andrew, it is so wonderful to see you. Thank you, Boss Andrew. That is absolutely amazing and wonderful of you. And you know what, Boss Andrew, I truly, truly appreciate that, because you know what, I cannot grow on my own stream. I can only grow if I can only grow in other people's streams. So it's really difficult for me to grow. When I'm doing a live stream. So thank you so much. And I really appreciate you, Boss Andrew. And anyone that doesn't have Boss Andrew, please connect. He's very generous, and he'll share you out. And he's really a good friend. If he likes you, he'll share you out. And, I have to tell you, for the last 3 weeks, I touch 16K, and every day. And I get to like 1650, and then they knock it within like 2 or 3 minutes. They knock me down to 15,950. It's been like this for weeks now. I get up, I think, oh, I'm over 16K again, and every day, and it says 16K, and then back down I go, and it's like it happens like in a split second. They just wipe me out about 100. immediately. So I've lost in the last 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I've lost at least 2,000 because I gain at least 200 per day, every day. And they take them all away, and they're not spam. Actually, they're my old friends. It's kind of like I get a new one and they take an old one away. And I never know who the old one they take away is till later. So, so your birthday is September 7th and Matthew's is the 15th. Wow, I love September. I really, really do. It's my favorite month, September, because it's kind of got a golden hue, like a golden hue over it. And I love it, love it, love it. So today I had my legal classes. I have three legal classes today. I take 19 hours, which is a lot. It's a lot. 12 is normal. I've got 19. And today I have my three legal classes, and well, actually I did two of them today. And two of them, I have to write all these papers, and we have to do these things called, I forget what they're called now. It's where you make like a pleading. You have to do a pleading. You have to type these pleadings up, and they have to be exact. They can't be like one space wrong, and you have to have lines, and they're like court documents. You've got to learn how to type these up. So, oh my gosh, and all this legal stuff and legal. Well, I already know the legal terms and all that. I mean, that's the easy part. But when it comes to the technical stuff of typing up pleadings and that, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Yes, Matthew. Yes, you remembered. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a June baby. A June baby. Yep, yep, yep. And actually, June is spring. I always think of June as being summer, but it's not. I'm a spring baby. A spring baby. And you're a summer baby because summer, 7th and the 15th is still technically summer. Yeah. Just, yeah. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Thank you so much. So anyhow, they keep taking my people away. Hey, KHE, welcome, welcome. And Jung, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you all give me a thumbs up because my troll will come by and give me as many thumbs down as they can. I have one troll that does it. I think they have more than one channel, or they use somebody else's channel and they give me the thumbs down, and they do it on every single video. That's why I have I can still see how many likes and dislikes I get, but I've got it out of view for other people, except for the live streams. I leave it on. And hey, Granny B, are you coming up with me, Noni? Are you coming up? Let me know. I think you should come up tonight. Pink hair, noisy house, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. My house is noisy. And I'm in classroom, and my husband comes in from work, and I'm in classroom on the webcam, and I tell him, shh, my teacher gets cranky if he hears noise in the background. And what does my husband do? Hey, honey, I'm home, and I'm like, okay. I always get up and give them a kiss, though, anyhow, even in front of the classroom. So, because we're all on this, and well, not all, there's people in the classroom, but I'm one of the ones in the webcam because I don't want to go to the classroom. It's an hour and a half away. And so I'm always on the classroom. And so, Noni, I expect you to come up. I expect you to come up because I run out of things to say, No, Matthew, I don't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And, but so, yeah. So I am hoping and praying that YouTube lets me keep my people. Over 2,000 in 2 weeks they've taken away. I mean, it's like, I make 16K, it shows up there, and like, I'm so excited. Even though I should have 60K, I've got 16K and I'm excited, but they knock it back down, and they knock it back down, and they knock it back down. Noni, I'm good. Are you coming up? Are you coming up, Noni? Let me know, and I'll drop the link for you. I'd love to have you up here. And so what else I was going to tell you. So I did all my classes today, which were extremely busy. And I did my run, my 5 miles. It's kind of a run walk now. I kind of give myself some leeway there, but it's 5 miles every day. It started to rain in the mornings. I didn't think I was going out. Plus I had a lot of homework, and then it stopped raining. The sun came out. So I went out and I did that. And, you know, I paint, and then of course I made my YouTube videos. And today, Vanessa, I don't remember what I talked about. You probably remember more of what I talked about than I do. I think I talked about loving a difficult person. I think that's what I talked about today in my videos. Loving a difficult, challenging person. Um, Being old and fabulous, I guess, was one of them. Or, oh, don't let age be an excuse. Let it be a reason to live your best life. I let my age push me forward because the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. So I'm going to live it. I'm going to live it big time. You know, I think most people think that they're going to live forever here on earth and, you know, in the way that we do now. And, you know, I don't know. When you're over 60, you think a lot differently. You know, like Noni said on her live one night, and I loved it, Noni. Are you listening, Noni? Can you hear me? Um, Noni said, it's Granny B. Noni is Granny B. Um, she said, oh, is there Matthew? But you can hear me okay on here, Matthew, right? I'm not garbled or anything, right? That's not what you mean. You mean the weather, right? Yeah, I know. We're going to get some weather. We're going to get some rough weather. Plus, I'm going back to Tybee Island, in a, I don't know, week or so. I don't know. You know, I go down that we have our other home there on the island, on the beach. So I'll be doing beach videos. Maybe I'll do a live from my beach house. Okay. I've done a lot of lives from my beach house. And hey, Daisy, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, Daisy. You're one of my new friends too. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming here. I gave you a blue wrench, and I have BB. Welcome, welcome, BB. I am so glad you are here. Welcome, welcome, and thank you so much. Thank you. And Vanessa McCreedle, welcome, welcome. Give you a blue wrench there. Thank you, thank you. So Noni was saying, yeah, they're supposed to be, Matthew. They're supposed to be. So Noni was saying the other night, you know, she was talking about, she said, you know, when you get old, all those belongings that you cherish, most of the time your kids don't want them and they sell them at a yard sale. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's a terrible thought, but it's true. You know, our kids sometimes don't put the same value on things. And I can tell you, I see it here. The place that I buy all my antiques, and you all know I have my antiques. If you've been on my channel anytime, you've been to Grandma's Parlor, and you've been to other parts of my house, and you've seen many of my antiques. I have the first year the home radio was ever put out, 1922, the home radio. And it weighs about 300 pounds. It's huge. It's a big piece of furniture. They weren't small little radios back then. They were huge. And, oh, thank you, BB. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that, BB. Thank you. Thank you. And so I have this, well, let me finish the story. So I go to this antique store and it's all donations because the old people die here and their kids don't want all this beautiful stuff. So I go buy it. And all the proceeds go to the local community, like people that are in need. But I buy these antiques. And so about 3 years ago, I bought this night and I did a video on it. So go back and look at Dianna Brianne's Antiques or Dianna Brianne's Antique Radio or whatever. I have clocks. The grandfather clocks that I have came from Europe. And they're, one of them's about 145 years old and they all work. All my grandfather clocks work. That's how I got this, the poem. I wrote the poem about the old lady and the clocks and Mr. Death. And welcome, welcome. So welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench here. And that is, I think, Eden's. Did I get it right? I'm not wearing glasses. So I have this 1922 radio that works. And it's got the original wires and the original parts. Nothing's been replaced. Now, I don't leave it plugged in because, you know, like you can't trust the wires and everything, but it works. Now, it only gets one station here because we live in a small area, but if we lived in a bigger area, it only gets AM because in 1922, all they had was AM. So my radio is with its original parts and wires. will next year be 100 years old. It's like when I turn it on, it's like the Waltons. It's like dropping back off into the Waltons. It's amazing. I feel like I'm going to hear World War I or World War II on it. Welcome, Josie. Welcome, welcome. That's good. So I can't run in the rain. So Thursday, I think, Matthew, I won't be able to run because I think it's going to rain. I think it might zest for life, and they have no enthusiasm, and they have no dreams and no goals, and they're just looking at their phone or playing mindless games. I never did that. I can tell you, let me tell you some stories. When I was in my 20s, I worked. I became a young nurse at 20 years old, and I had moved to California at 19. And from a small southern town, and I moved to California, and I got me a job in Beverly Hills. I was like, Ellie Mae goes to Beverly Hills. Ellie Mae Clampett. And there I was in Beverly Hills, and I was at a movie star hospital working on the VIP floor. And I can tell you, the next 8 years that I worked there were incredible. I had a wonderful time. And then my time was up, like I told Vanessa the other night, and I said, I'm ready to move on. And people said, oh, you're so crazy for leaving this fabulous job, fabulous money, fabulous job, fabulous lifestyle, and all the boyfriends you could ever want. I said, no, I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. And I did. And I was happy I did. I'm glad I'm not in California anymore for right now. I love California, but not the way it is. You know what, Vivek? I'm a juicer. I don't drink carrots, and I'll tell you why, because it's high in sugar, and that's my problem. But you know what, Vivek? I totally agree with you because juicing is fantastic. I juice every day. I have greens, I have raw vegetables, I'm a juicer, green juices. I try to stay away from any kind of a lot of sugar. And carrots do have a lot of sugar. I get headaches when I do carrots, and that's why I don't do carrots, because of the high sugar. But when you're younger, because you're young, Vivek, you can have all the sugar you want. But when you're my age, you can't have all the sugar you want. You can't. You just can't. And I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of lemon juice. I take the lemons, I pulverize the whole lemon in a blender, and then I mix water into it, distilled water, and I drink it. And I love that. I love that. I have all kinds of things I do, little things I do. Yeah. So, yeah, when my teacher asks me a question, I don't know the answer. Guess what I do? I laugh. It breaks the tension. It really does. I laugh. And then everybody else laughs with me. So it works. It works. When you don't know what else to do, laugh, is what I always say. But be fabulous. I don't care, and the sad part is, I gear my channel to everybody, but I gear my channel with an emphasis to people over 60. But I can tell you, I think I almost need to gear it to people like 20 and 30, because so many are not living their best life. They're just addicted to games on their phone and social media, and they have no real life. I don't know what's happened to people. People are staring down at their phones. They don't talk to each other. I live life. I'm an artist. I paint. I'm creative. Yes, I'm on YouTube a lot, but there again, you've got to think about what I'm doing on YouTube. I make amazing videos. My content is amazing. My content was originally just for my kids. When they were little, I wanted them, when they got older, to have a running dialogue of mommy's wisdom. All my videos were about a minute. They weren't tagged. They weren't titled. They weren't anything. And then a year and a half ago, I came up public, and I, made them more geared to the public. But I've talked about every subject. I've got almost 4,600 now videos up on this channel, and I have 5 channels. So I have hundreds of videos up on the other channels as well. So, and if you're not subscribed to all 5 channels, please do, because if you leave me a comment on all 5, I will go back to your channel with all 5. So one of me is like 5 of me. So you may have 5 friends instead of 1. Okay. Well, 5 of me. If you can put up with 5 of me, okay. I don't know. Can you put up with 5 of me? That's the question. 5 of me. 5 of me. So if you have 5 of my channels, then you'll have 5 new subscribers or friends, but you get 5 times the videos. So, and they're all different videos. Welcome, Heart. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you. And so tomorrow, I think I'll have a lighter day at school. I don't think it's going to be quite as busy. And so I am going to focus on probably my art tomorrow. And I don't cook as much as I used to. I used to cook like constantly, but my kids don't eat at home. They eat out because they all work and go to school. And so it's my husband and we tend to be very, specialized in what we eat because we want to stay healthy. And so we tend to eat out, we or we bring takeout home. That's what we do. That's what we do. And so yeah. So, my videos, I put up all kinds of content, but it's all positive, it's all motivational. And even though I deal with heavy topics sometimes, I'm dealing with them from a positive point of view on how, because we all encounter issues in life and people and difficult bosses and difficult workplaces and making changes in life and, things happen. So I try to touch upon as many subjects as I can that people can relate to. I don't give advice or suggestions. I just share with you my opinion and how I live my life in regards to how I see those problems and how perhaps I would likely, react if I were in those situations, or maybe I have been in those situations, and I try to talk about a lot of different things. I really, really do. And I keep my videos short. I'm not on here, even though I'm monetized, I'm not on here because of that. If I was, I'd make real long videos and bore everybody really a lot. Instead, I'll bore you for a minute. I'll bore you for a minute. But I think most people enjoy those minute-long short videos that I'm making now. I try to get as much into 1 minute as I can, although some of my videos will go longer. But in order to do a short, you have to keep them 1 minute or less. I think it has to be 59 seconds. And so sometimes you'll see at the very end, I cut it off. Like I'll go to say, and I hope you like, share, and and that's it. You have to cut it off right at that 59-second mark. So if you get cut, if you hear something cut off in my videos, it's because I can't go over the 59 seconds. And I like doing the shorts. The only thing I don't like about the shorts is you have to do it up and down. What is it, portrait? And I don't like that. I like the wide panoramic, and you can't do that with a short. But apparently they promote them out more or something. I don't know if that's true because, every time I get over 16,000, they take me down 100. And so, I mean, it's like, it's laughable. It's just like, okay, 2,000 in 2 weeks or something like that, they've taken away. And it's very frustrating, but it's also just the way it is. And I accept it. Maybe I'll be able to hold 16,000 one of these days, one of these years, one of these days, who knows? Now, Vanessa says it's 90. Are you in southern Arizona, Vanessa, or northern Arizona? We went to the Grand Canyon in Arizona when we had our motorhome, and our kids were small, and we did 48 states. And we went to, and was it Williamstown or something, and we parked our motorhome there, and we took the train. Oh, it was fabulous. Our kids will never forget that. We took the train up, and they had like these cowboys on there shooting each other, pretend shooting, It was really something. We just loved the Grand Canyon. So that was my first time my husband or my kids seen the Grand Canyon, and I had seen it before. I had seen it there. And when I was younger. But we wanted to do it, as a family, and we did. And it was, really, really wonderful. So yeah. And so, that's pretty much it. My life is pretty simple. I love my life. I enjoy my life. Welcome, welcome, Joseph. Wonderful to see you. Thank you for being here. And there is a blue wrench for you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. And so, yeah, my life is pretty simple. We do go back and forth to the beach, our beach house. But that's a house we've had since our kids were babies. Okay. We used to live there full time. And I run, or walk or waddle 5 miles a day, depending. I go to school full time, and I'm an artist, artist, full time mom of three adult kids, young adult kids, two of which live at home. And one of the two is planning on moving out. The other one is already. So I have three children, but one's moved out down the road a little bit. The other one wants to move out, is looking for an apartment. And then I have one son still, that'll be here at home because he's still full time in college. And and I have good kids. I have good kids. I really do. And it's hard being a parent. People think it's easy being a parent, but even when you have good kids, they have their own drama, teenage drama. I've been through all that. Let me tell you, I've been through it. Um, I love my favorite time with my kids. Well, all of it, I love my time with my kids now because they're young adults, and it's like I don't have the responsibility that I once had. I'm always a mom, always going to be a mom, but I don't have the same level of responsibility. I loved when they were babies. Teenagers were a little, up and down, but for the most part, I love them too. I love the teenage years too. Yes, Vanessa, let me tell you, um, you have to be careful what you say here. So I have to be careful how I word stuff, you know, um, but I talk in symbols. If I talk about the storm coming, you know what I'm talking about. Grandma always said, talk in circles if you can't say what you really mean, and the smart people will figure it out, and the not so smart people will be clueless. And but yeah, prices. Oh my gosh, all you have to do is go to the store. And I read the other day, the guy from Twitter that owns Twitter, I believe it was, he said, look out, what's coming, and prices are unbelievable, unbelievable. And I don't know. All you have to do is go to the grocery store to see it. I went to Aldi's, what was it, Vanessa, about a week and a half ago, and I was stunned. In like 2 week period that I had been there, maybe it was 3 weeks, somewhere around there. Um, I kind of, my kids like potato chips, and I don't eat them, but they like them, and I always keep an eye on them. And they were like, they had gone up almost double from when I had been there. And I was just amazed, just amazed. So yeah, that's what I saw, but not on everything, but on some things, And mm, so anyhow, so yeah, I think living your best life is where it's at any age, and stay positive about your life. Don't be fearful. You can be watchful, observant. Um, how did I use? I did a video the other day. I don't know if I put it up yet or not. I don't think I put it up. Don't be fearful, but be cautious. Be cautious, be proactive with your life, be alert, be aware, but never be fearful. Fear is reserved for things like if you see a bear coming at you in the woods, then be fearful, get out of its way. Caution is more, you're very thoughtful about your choices and decisions. And I'm a very cautious person. And so, yeah, yeah. But I try to come on here. I try to come on here, and I like coming on during the day, but there's not many people that come on during the day. And sometimes at night, not many people either, and they don't push if you notice when I do a live stream, um, if you go back and look at it 24 hours later, it triples in the amount of people that show up. Because what happens is YouTube doesn't push me out when I come live. They only push me out to a handful of people. And then after I go off the air, about within 24 hours is when everybody gets the notice that I'm on live. And then a lot of people come on and think I'm live when I'm now recorded. You know, I'm live right now, but if somebody watches this 24 hours from now, they'll think I'm live and they make a comment and then they wonder why I'm not responding. Of course, they make it in the comment section, not in the chat box, because the chat box at that point is closed. But so yeah, so like what I do is after I get off of here, sometimes I take my bubble bath beforehand, sometimes I take it after, and then I go and answer my comments. And thank you so much, Vanessa. Thank you. And I answer my comments. I try to answer every comment, unless it's a rude comment, then I don't answer. But I don't usually get rude comments. I do have my troll. My troll, I keep them so busy with all my videos. They are the first to get there. They give me that thumbs down. They can't wait. They can't wait. They go to all my channels too. Oh, they got it going on. They go to all my channels. My troll, as soon as they see, they have the, what do you call it, the notification bell up, and they head for my video and they give me the thumbs down. And then I think they have the second channel that they use and they give me the thumbs down too. So I get the thumbs down. I never had thumbs downs. I think I had one like a year ago. I never, believe it or not, and most people get them. I have not had thumbs down until, what was it, two weeks ago, about 2.5 weeks ago. And I know who it is. Okay, I know exactly who it is, and that's fine. I wish them well. And but that's what they do. I don't know why somebody would think that I was that important in their life to run around giving me a thumbs down. They must think I'm really important. I don't know. That's what they live their life for, is to give me those thumbs down. So, I have better things to do than that in my life. So much better to do, you know. And so, but I wish them well. I wish everybody well. What you wish out to other people ends up coming back to you. So you need to wish good things to other people. Hey, welcome, welcome, Sylvans. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming by and stopping by to see me. And how are you doing this evening? How are you this evening? I hope you're having a great evening or a great day or a great morning, whatever it happens to be, wherever you're at, because I don't know, it's evening here. We are at about 10, what is it, 10 o'clock? Is it 10 o'clock? Yeah, I think 10 o'clock here, a little bit after 10. And so, yeah, when I get off here, I'll take my bubble bath. Usually I do it before, but I'm going to take it after because I was in class on the webcam, so I didn't have a chance. So I'll take my bubble bath, and then I will sit down and do my comments. Then I watch some videos. And sometimes my husband and I, we watch our videos together. We have a couple of videos like traveling channels and things like that. But he's in bed by the time I get off of here. So after I've done my comments, I have people that I watch, that I go to their channels and I watch and I enjoy. And I just enjoy watching. I love to watch other people. I love to make my own content. I love to watch my own content for inspiration, but I love what other people have to say too. And I have a wide variety of channels I go to. I go to a couple political comedians, and they're more conservative, but they make it so funny. They are so funny. I go to them. Oh, Vivek, thank you for saying that. Thank you. Vivek is so right. I did a video the other day called, what is it called, Family or something like that. And in my day, I took care of my mom for 3 years, and she was very sick. And I had 3 little kids at the time. My kids were small, and I took care of my mother in my home until she got so sick that we had to put her in the nursing home because she had tubes in her, and I couldn't take care of her at home. But what happened at that point, I was over there 3 times a day, taking care of her at the nursing home, because I wanted to make sure that she was well taken care of. And Vivek is so right. Value the old people. Young people have no clue. I'm not saying all young people. Okay, there's a lot of young people that are very smart and wise. But, I was talking in my class tonight. We were talking about in the year 2000 when the NASDAQ bottomed out. and how many of those NASDAQ stocks at that time had no real value. It was just perceptional value. And I said, you know, many people, many young people who are invested in the market now don't realize that concept of perception versus reality, you know, and because they don't remember 2000, they don't remember what happened. I was living in Poland and the stock market started crashing. I remember that. And there we had an old rotary phone, you know, one of the big old dial-up rotary phones. And I was trying to get through because all we got, the only American station we got was on a satellite dish, and it was CNBC. And I watched, you know, it was like hundreds. The NASDAQ was going down. I mean, it was awful. Well, it went down thousands at that time, but, you know, like per day. And so a lot of younger people don't remember, you know, things like that. My grandma used to talk about, you know, she didn't trust banks. Now, of course, they've got different things, measures in place now. It's a different system than when she lived through the Great Depression. But she remembered trying to go to the bank and there was no money. They couldn't get their money out. She remembers that. 1920, let's see, the stock market crash happened in 1929, but it was 1933 that the real crash happened. And it lasted until the early 40s, until the start of World War II, I think it was. So grandma remembers. Grandma really remembered all that. But yes, Vivek, I totally agree. Value family of all ages. And families are so disconnected today. I see young people just so disconnected, no respect towards their parents. They listen to the wrong voices. I did a video today. I don't think I put it up yet either. The voices that you listen to. Who are you listening to? People affect us. People affect. I'm very guarded when it comes to the people I associate with, because I remember the people that I associate with are going to impact me. They're going to impact me one way or the other, if nothing else, through their suggestions or their lifestyle. And so I want to have very positive people. I want to have corrective people, but I also want to have people that tell me what's right in my life. I did the one video called Correction. I've done a lot on correction and criticism, but there's a big difference between criticism and correction. Good night, honey. Let me go give my husband a kiss. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me a kiss. I love you, honey. Good night. I love you. I made the coffee. I am back. I had to give my husband a kiss, real time, real time. You know, I always set the coffee maker up. It's like I set the coffee maker up and then he brings me my first cup of coffee in the morning, even though it gets cold by the time I wake up. But I love that cup of coffee because it's our tradition. I make the coffee at night, you know, set it up. He turns it on in the morning, brings me my first cup, sets it by my bedside. And I wake up a couple hours later because he gets up very, very early. And I wake up a couple hours later and I drink it cold. I drink it cold. Now, I've gone off of coffee where I just drank tea or just drank hot water, but I like my cup of coffee. I do. It's my thing. It's my thing. I do. It's my thing. I do. So, yeah, this is your life. Live it fabulously at every age. Don't let age stop you. Welcome, welcome, Daniela. Welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench. Where are you at? There you go. And that's Daniela Souza. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. And yeah, so, you know, your life is your life. You want to live it happy. And the people that you surround yourself with will affect your life. If they're negative, pessimistic, you know, there are people that should hold us back. If we're pointed in a wrong direction, we want friends to hold us back, not push us in that wrong direction. We don't want yes friends that just simply tell us what we want to hear. We want people that tell us when we're right, and tell us when we're wrong, but they're doing it because they love us, care about us, and are capable of helping us. You know, not all people, just because they love us, know what they're talking about. And so we have to remember someone may love us, but they may not be correct. But we can still cherish what they have to say because they're sharing it from a position of love. But what is, you know, but when someone corrects us, they're trying to help us. When someone criticizes us, they're putting us down. There's a big difference. Criticism is usually done in front of others to diminish you. Correction is usually done privately to help realign you in the right direction. And I want people that can see what I can't see. You know, oh, thank you, Vanessa, thank you. I don't know how popular I am sometime, but I don't know, 64-year-old me, 64-year-old me. I still think I'm 29. You know, I've never like got out of being 29, even though I've totally embraced 64 and 74 and 84 and all that. I still think I'm stuck at 29. I really do. I'm just stuck there. Just something in my mind got stuck. I have a good attitude. My aunt, she always had this young attitude. She always had this young attitude. And so did my grandma. She was always kind of old. I think grandma was always old, you know, but she liked being old. Grandma loved being old. Her thing was to be old, and she enjoyed being old. And I love being old and fabulous, you know. I don't mind being old. I just want to be fabulous. That's all. You know, I'm not trying to be younger. I'm just trying to be fabulous. Old and fabulous. Old and fabulous, you know. And, you know, just be you. Don't ever compare yourself to anybody. You're not comparable. God made you unique. He gave you special traits, gifts, abilities, and he even threw in some problems too. I don't know if God threw the problems in, but the problems help shape us. They help develop us. We all get different problems. You know, don't compare your problems to other people's problems. Like, oh, they don't have any problems, or their problems are so small compared to mine. We all get problems. If you live long enough, you're going to get some problems, okay? You know, if you live long enough, you're going to get some problems. You know, it's just the way it is. And it just shapes us. We're like clay. We're like clay. We just keep molding, making a beautiful vase. Some people do nothing with their clay, and other people mold it into something beautiful. And just keep molding that clay. You know, as long as you're alive, that clay is moldable. Okay. I should do a video about that. As long as you're alive, your clay is moldable. Oh, I love that. I don't have my notebook out here. Somebody will have to remind me of that so that I write it down and do a video tomorrow. As long as you're alive, you're moldable. Okay. And as long as you're alive, you have divine purpose. Always. We may not always know what our divine purpose is, but we've all got purposes. We're all here, put here for purpose. Always remember that. And so, yeah. This is actually a Polish pottery too. It's one of my more simple Polish pottery. I bought a lot of Polish pottery when I lived in Poland. Oh, I love Polish pottery. I still have Polish pottery from many, many years ago. It looks like new. Some of it's a little bit worn. So, yeah. So, yeah, tomorrow I think I'll sleep in a little bit, hopefully, and then go for my run. If it doesn't rain, I don't think it rains tomorrow. And then I'll come back and do my videos, and then I'll do my schoolwork. And, you know, I just enjoy life. Maybe my husband and I'll go out to dinner tomorrow night. Maybe we will. We have some favorite restaurants. We went out twice last week, but one of the days was our anniversary. I put that on video. One of the other days was out with my husband's cousin. I didn't put that on video. And my husband's cousins, they came in town. That was a wonderful time we had. And so maybe tomorrow night I'll have him. I have this favorite Mexican restaurant that we go to. It's just down the road a little bit. And the food is so good. So good. So good. It's so good. It is so good. And it's very reasonable. Very reasonable. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see. I like to go out. It's fun. But then I'm very, I've been very hesitant about going out, because of all that's going on out there. So I'm very hesitant, but I wear my mask. I do all that. And people say, oh, you shouldn't wear a mask. The mask doesn't help. Well, you know what? It may not help. It probably doesn't help, but I'm going to wear it anyhow. It doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt. Okay. I don't wear it all the time, like I'm not out and about all the time with it. So I'm not breathing in all that what is it, carbon dioxide or monoxide or whatever. So I don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. Stuff people worry about, I just don't worry about. I keep my perspective. I keep my faith. If a problem is bigger than me, I turn it over to God. If it's not bigger than me, I do my best with it. That's how I look at life. And my focus is just good health, staying healthy. I want to be healthy. I want to stay healthy. And, I see so many people sick and broken at all ages, and I don't want that. I want to take care of me. I'm doing everything I know possible to take care of this body. I do. I do. And so I just want to be old and fabulous. Old and fabulous. Well, you know what? I'm going to get off of here. Okay. I'm going to go take my bubble bath, answer my comments, surf the YouTube a little bit, and then go say my prayers. And then I'm going to go to bed, because everybody here is in bed now. Everybody, my husband went to bed. My two sons went to bed because my one son gets up early to go to work. And he goes to college full time. And my other son, he works and he was gone all day. And so everybody works. And my husband gets up early. And he bought a motorcycle. I did a video a while back. He bought a motorcycle. He wanted this classic motorcycle. It's a 1982 perfect mint condition motorcycle. And he wanted it because he remembered riding one when he was in college. So he got this motorcycle, okay, and oh, I would love to visit India. Castles are wonderful. Castles are. We used to live in Europe. I used to go to a lot of. I've been to so many castles, but I'd love to see the India castles. I am sure that they are fabulous, Vivek. I am sure they are fabulous, my friend. I do thank you all for coming, and I think make sure you give me a thumbs up because my thumbs down troll probably has already been here, and they're probably listening. Hi, thumbs down troll. I know who you are. I know it. I know exactly who you are, and I wish you really all good things and blessings. Okay, and no hard feelings from me because I just wish people good stuff. So I wish you good stuff. Okay, thumbs down troll. And but anyhow, well, I'm gonna go. Thank you for being here. May God bless you. And I might be on tomorrow night. You never know. You never know. I just pop on all the time. Maybe even tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. I don't know what my schedule's like. So till next time, I thank you. And may God bless you. And have a wonderful night, wonderful day, wherever you are. Okay? And I hope to talk to you soon again. And thank you for coming. Good night.